Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 1. It's now third down and 6.
Throwing, Cook. He'll try and do this himself. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Now Cook. He'll get this complete to the rookie from Michigan State. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. First down marker at the 5-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 6-yard line.
And now here's a carry heading left. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Operating from the gun, Cook. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play with one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Well, they had the great field position to start that opening drive. They only get 3 out of it, but still they get 3. So maybe kind of a win for the offense, Charles, and kind of a win for the defense as well.
Yeah, I would say win-win seems to sum the whole thing up because where that ball was placed to start, that's tough on a defense, and they held them to 3. Now, if you're the offense, you're thinking to yourselves, how do we open up the playbook later on in this game and turn this 3 into 6s down the stretch?
Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
But now he appears to be in some pain. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
Complete.
This now a 3rd and 4.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. The Bengals offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top. Five at this point in the season. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. 2nd and 9 from the 44. As they've got it as we resume action. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 32-yard line.
That's another Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this 1st half. Right back to him on 1st down. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 2nd down and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, It's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Look at this, a tight end carry. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Ravens offense and Lamar Jackson set to take over once again. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's 2nd in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Here's a give to Bigsby. Pushing his way through. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Baltimore first down. A gain of 12. And the Raven first down.
Another run by Bigsby. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the gun, it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Complete to number 86.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and
Jackson's going to try the sneak. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. From the gun, Bigsby. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bengals' 32-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jackson. That is caught. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
1st and 10 and the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Bigsby. He will push his way down to about the 14. Here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On the carry, Bigsby. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They'll losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Chad Ryland now on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. To throw is Cook. Throwing to start the drive. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Well, this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Cook. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Teddy Buchanan on the coverage.
Looking to throw. Cook. To the sideline and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
10 yards to go.
Back to throw. Cook. And that one too wide and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 6 is here, starting to get a little bit of a sense who the contenders are and who the pretenders are. Let's hop in. Our look around the NFL starts now. We begin at Highmark Stadium. It's the Bills at home to take on Indianapolis. And this is Bucky Irving. And this will turn into one of the best plays of the week. He's gone. The Bills get just their 2nd win of the season. They improve to 2-4. Next up, we go to the Steel City. We'll check in on the Steelers as they play host to the LA Chargers. It's the former Buckeye, Will Howard. Touchdown from 20 yards away. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Steelers looking to get back to 500 in the early part of the season. They've got the lead at the half. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy. The New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. And this is Chuba Hubbard. And with that, a look now at the rest of the action around the NFL here in week number 6. Meanwhile, in our game, neither offense has been able to distinguish themselves. It's been the defenses that have stood tall so far. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And McPherson on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Able to slither by. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Ravens offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Bigsby. Nifty footwork at the 45. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
At the 42-yard line.
And Bigsby once more. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. We got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play.
Jackson, option right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Jackson going to keep it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Here's 3rd and 3.
3rd down.
To throw is Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Bigsby is going backwards here. They come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I would think down 2 scores at this point in the fourth quarter, even with the loss there on first down, this has got to be 4-down territory. If you're the field goal kicker, your only purpose now is if you can run out for a pass or actually carry the ball into the end zone. Otherwise, don't even look at the coach.
Bigsby once more. And not a whole lot there as he'll get him down at about the 2. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's 3rd and goal. Jackson going to run. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different?
True.
You might want to go.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Bengals grab it. And hindsight 2020, I think they probably should have gone for the field goal, right?
The 3 points would look really good right now, but I think what we just saw there, analytics really starting to creep into the game because more and more teams are saying the more you go for it, the better your odds of getting it, the better your odds of scoring 6 points instead of 3. They took a chance there. It just didn't pay off.
Yeah, right here, the anti-analytics guys go thumbs up. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Now Cook from the gun on 3rd down. Open man is Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Taken down at the 41.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And here's a handoff out of the gun. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Ravens, they'll take over. Play action. Now Jackson. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing is Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Shamar Stewart just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this down only to the 18. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Brings up
2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Cook. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Cook. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Tackled back at the 28-yard line.
Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Walker. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
A gain of 7 yards.
Jackson.
And it's 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Here's Cook, throwing to start the drive. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively. Second and 7.
Brings up second and 7 at the Ravens' 18-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
A 30-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Jackson options out left. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41.
Gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Now it's Jackson. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
It's now third down. And
back to throw. Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. The quick feet by Jackson. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 45-yard line.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
At the 36-yard
quick strike out wide by Jackson. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
A gain of 4 yards. That's another Baltimore first down.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 yards to go, second down.
It's a gain of 8.
And the spike comes now with just under 40 ticks left. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Jackson will throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now they go screen. It's complete. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Looking to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. One last shot for Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.